Welcome all sports fans, YouTubers and Facebookers all across the nation. This is Uneducated Sports Talk presented by Uneducated Network. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, and I am back because we have breaking freaking news in the NBA world. That's right, Paul George has found his destination where he's going. The Indiana Pacers have traded him to not Cleveland, not Boston, not LA, not Houston, the one place that no one was talking about the whole entire time. Paul George is going to the Oklahoma City Thunder to join up with Russell Westbrook, the reigning MVP of the NBA. That is crazy. That is mind-blowing. But here's the crazier part. What Indiana gave Oklahoma City. They only gave him two players. Nothing else. Nothing else. They gave him Dantas Sabonis, I'm hoping I'm saying his name right, and Victor Oladipo. And those two guys are going to the Indiana Pacers for Paul George. That's it. So Oklahoma City is basically the winner of this trade. Obviously, you get Paul George for 1 year, and here, if things go sour, if things go very, very bad, the worst case scenario, you could trade Paul George at the trading deadline next year before the All-Star break. So that is crazy to me. It's baffling how so many teams, the Boston Celtics rumors said they had a great trade at the draft. They had like 3 first-round picks and 2 players or 2 starters on their current team for Paul George. And I guess for some strange reason, the Pacers didn't budge. I don't know why you give up those 2 players and don't get any draft picks involved. But with that being said, that is another person leaving the Eastern Conference and going to the West. Jimmy Butler got traded to Minnesota, and now Paul George is traded from Indiana to Oklahoma City Thunder. Outside of the Thunder being very, very happy, the Cleveland Cavaliers have to be ecstatic because guess what? There's basically no more competition at all. No one's going to scare you. If Boston can't get Gordon Hayward, it's going to be another easy finals trip for the Cleveland Cavaliers. But Paul George going to the Oklahoma City Thunder is crazy. Like, it's basically mind-blowing. No one thought about this at all. Everyone kept saying he was going to Cleveland. People kept saying, well, stay in Indiana. No. He's going to the Lakers. They're going to do trade picks. No. Boston's going to get him. They had all those draft picks. No one said a word about the Thunder. And the Thunder are clearly the winners of this. When you thought CP3 going to the Rockets would boost the Rockets up and solidify them for that 3rd best team in the West, which they were last year, then all of a sudden Paul George comes into the Thunder, and all of a sudden, if things go right, they automatically jump up to that 3rd spot. You're still not beating the Warriors, and you can challenge the San Antonio Spurs. But my goodness, a big mega blockbuster trade. We'll have more about that. That's just my initial reaction. And then you have Blake Griffin on top of that. Probably 2 or 3 minutes after the Paul George trade, breaking news, Blake Griffin decides to stay in LA and remain with the Clippers on a 5-year, $173 million deal. So the West is getting stronger and stronger. They're basically going to tear each other apart to get to the finals. It's crazy. While Cavaliers, they're like, okay, we're not actually getting it, and if we do face the Warriors, we're going to lose. But boy, if the Warriors don't make it somehow, we have a chance to go on because there is no competition in the East again. And it's crazy. And teams are like, they're betting on, let's play LeBron in the finals instead of playing LeBron in the Eastern Conference Finals. So that is ridiculous, crazy. Blake Griffin stays in 5 years, $173 million. I said it before, Blake was staying, Chris Paul was leaving, just like with the Lakers, another LA team did, when they kept Kobe Bryant and let Shaq go because, Chris is the old man, Blake is in. Now you're hearing all these rumors that Blake and they had issues with Doc Rivers and all that good stuff, and rightfully so, it probably did happen, but you knew Blake was staying. Once they put that 5-year deal down, the only problem is there's no trade clause. There is a no trade clause on there. Well, he didn't get the no trade clause, and I'm pretty sure he kind of wanted it so that he can, because thank God Carmelo has that no trade clause, because Carmelo would have been traded like 2 years ago. He'd probably been traded to somebody. But so that could happen with Blake if he continues with his injury issues going on. But the Clippers still have a good team in place. Pat Beverly is no scrub. Lou Williams is no scrub. So they get a couple more pieces in there. They're talking about getting DeAndre Jordan, all of a sudden now they want to sign him to another contract. Well, I'm like, whoa, slow that down. You might want to trade DeAndre Jordan and get more valuable pieces around there. But they're definitely looking at more guard play for the Clippers. But Paul George going to the Oklahoma City Thunder, that's a scary team right there. Because not only do you have him and you have Westbrook, but now those big guys, now they can kind of play their role again. They had to do extra stuff, but now when it's down to isolation ball or you need a bucket right then and there, Russell doesn't have to do everything on his own anymore. He's not shooting 35-footers to make it. Now you get the Paul George who can kind of do his own thing. So what a testament to the front office, Sam Presti, for getting Paul George, because it's basically, yes, it could be a rental. And it might just be a rental, because guess what? If Paul George is a man of his word, he's saying, I want to be a Laker when I'm in free agency. But Oklahoma has 1 year to say, you know what? Check this out. This is how it feels to be on a winning organization. You're playing with the reigning MVP. If we can go somewhere far, because let's be honest, even with this, they're not going to beat the Warriors if full healthy. They're not going to beat the Warriors. So, but you're like, stick with us. We have 1 year to make something happen. Let's see what goes on. And in worst case scenario, you trade Paul George. You trade him at the trade deadline and probably get draft picks. And I would not be surprised if things go sour that the Oklahoma City Thunder trade Paul George to the Boston Celtics and require a lot of the Celtics picks. I would not be surprised one bit if that happens. Say if Boston is in contention, Oklahoma City is not in contention pretty much in the West, but Boston's there in the East, which they should be, because there's nobody else in the East, to be honest. So it's going to be crazy. I think Oklahoma is the big winner. No one said a word about this trade. No one even knew it was coming. It's basically got the whole NBA in shock and in awe. And I'm in awe myself, because I thought that Oklahoma was, going to just try and find themselves and let's re-sign Westbrook. Well, now you say if you're Sam Presti, you can walk into that meeting because you want to sign him for 5 years, $200 million. You say, you know what? You wanted my help. You wanted to sit back and see what we did. Well, guess what? Before the free agency even started, I got you Paul George. Now what's up? It's on you now. I'm helping you out. What you going to do for us? And that right there will probably convince Russell Westbrook to stay with the Thunder. And then if Paul George leaves, next year you have cap space, because you let go of Victor Oladipo, who's $21.4 million for the next 4 years with Indiana now. He is an Indiana guy. He played in Indiana for the University of Indiana. But now he's playing for Indiana. So I don't get what Indiana was trying to do. Yes, Victor Oladipo is a young player, and Sabonis is a young player. He's a rookie. And they played at times. They played very well this year. But is that basically saying we got our draft picks? I'm not sure, but I would have wanted something. A draft pick for next year or the year after. Something. Give me something, fellas. So don't be surprised if you hear news of the whole entire contract. But as of right now, it's only 2 players for Paul George, and that's not even worth it. And it was weird because the Pacers had a better deal, I'm hearing, from the Boston Celtics. Why wouldn't they go that route? Because, Boston really wanted Paul George bad. I'm going to be honest. But now Boston's trying to get Gordon Hayward. That's their main priority now. There's no more Paul George. So they're like, you know what? Let's focus on Gordon Hayward. But this right here is mind-boggling. I'm so excited. The West is going to be a free fall. You don't know who's going to come out. It's going to be a grudge match, grimy, because all these teams are so super-duper good, man. And you feel bad for the East because there's no competition once more. Like, Jimmy Butler leaves, Rajon Rondo's gone, and then now Paul George is gone, who's basically been LeBron's somewhat nemesis in the East over the last 4 or 5 years. Easy sellers again for the East, but now the West is just getting tougher and tougher and tougher. And I'm excited about where this is going, because it's so many stacked teams, and then free agency hasn't even started yet. It will start in about an hour about an hour and some change from now, and we'll see where Gordon Hayward winds up. After that, we thought that would be the domino block for the Blake Griffins and the Paul George trades, but no. That came before Gordon Hayward's trade. So now Gordon Hayward, after that, you don't know where people are going, but then you have Gordon Hayward, then you have Paul Millsap. Paul Millsap might just go to the Suns. Gordon Hayward, I'm banking on him probably staying with the Jazz because Ricky Rubio got signed there. Maybe they can make some moves with that. But if not with Jazz, for sure, he's going to Boston. I don't know. But Paul George going to the Thunder. Tell me, how do you feel about that? Do you like it? Do you love it? I'm one of the ones who love it. If I'm an Oklahoma City fan, I love it because he's a rental for 1 year, and you can convince him to stay. If he doesn't go, you still can do what you got to do because you didn't give up much in the first place to get Paul George. You didn't give up nothing. You gave up nothing, to be honest. So, like, subscribe, comment. Check me out on Facebook. My name is Carlos Clayton from Lake Charles, Louisiana, if that helps. Check me out on Twitter at Carlos Clayton _. I repeat, at Carlos Clayton _. And it's been a crazy day. Blockbuster trade. So when free agency does come out, we will have our next episode will be about that. I'll talk more about the Paul George trade. I'll talk more about Blake Griffin staying with the Clippers as well. So let's go. This is Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm your host, Carlos Clayton. It's presented by Uneducated Network. As always, sports fans, know what it is. Stay smart, stay uneducated. Peace.